love those corners. Yep, so we are on the way to Loomies. Oh, it's cold. I mean, what was... Oh, that was a deer. Oh, but his legs are in all sorts of directions now. It still doesn't feel right. There's a couple of people missing. It's so long. Well, it feels like so long since Fulham ran a left. But I really don't think it has been that long. I don't know. Time flies and then sometimes time doesn't. Today I'm going to go back. I'm going to talk about Bullies. You see, when I was a kid, fuck off. I was bullied by, this is in junior school, so how old would I have been then? About 10? I don't know, maybe slightly younger, I'm not sure exactly. This guy bullied me for 2 years. Every day he'd pick on me about stuff, and you know, I was a little kid at the time, because if you may or may not know, I had growth hormone replacement treatment because my brain slightly abnormal and I didn't grow properly because I didn't have any growth hormone. So I was on injections, but at that point in time I was like one of the smallest kids in the class, and he used to pick on me every day. You know, and I told the teachers about it and I told my mum about it, but nothing ever got done about it. For 2 years he picked on me every day, every single day. But for some reason, one day, I just had enough, and I don't know what it was or what happened, but I punched him straight in the mouth and knocked his teeth out. I'm not even joking, I knocked 2 of his teeth out. They may have been getting a bit loose at the right sort of age maybe, but yeah, I knocked 2 of his teeth out. And do you know what happened after that? We sort of became mates. Work that one out. Although I always remembered what he'd done before. It's like, no, I was being the bigger man, I guess. Even though there was actually the smaller one. Another scenario. I'm in secondary school. Secondary, is it secondary? I don't know, the last one you do when I was about 13. And again, in school, I used to keep myself to myself mostly. I was always, I'm just the way I am now. I was friendly. I didn't, you know, start things with people. I didn't start arguments with people or anything like that. I was generally just one to get on with. But I was also a bit weird, maybe. And anyway, yeah, this guy decided that he was going to use me as his punch bag. He was going to try and give me shit. And he did for a while. And I kind of let him off for the longest part because I knew he was having a lot of problems at home with his dad. You know, he's a typical teenager, problems at home with his dad. I think his mum might have even died. So, you know, the guy's had some difficult shit to deal with. And he's doing that typical adolescent thing of palming it on to someone else. And he chose me. Well, as I say, quite some time went past. Tried to deal with it through the normal channels. Spoke to teachers, spoke to counsellors, blah, 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 blah. No one did anything. How did it end again? Yeah, I punched him in the side of the head. We were then both taken into the counsellors type thing, you know, that's those few teachers which are kind of like, oh, you deal with it. And we sat and had a chat, and basically the guy that, you know, that was been picking on me for ages, the counsellor guy said to him, because I'd grown a lot with this, and the counsellor guy just said to him, look at him. You're annoying lots of people, but you go and pick on the biggest guy you can. And he's held his patience this long, and now he's broken. I'm not even going to tell him off for what he's done. You almost deserve it. And I was sort of told, you know, this is not a solution. You shouldn't hit people. But then it was like a sneaky, but thank you, because I would have done it so long ago. I don't believe violence solves problems, but I can't lie that in the very few fights I've been in my life, and that is 2 of them, and that makes up a vast majority of the fights I've been in, it has been the solution to the problem. The thing is, in those days, things were slightly different. Like, there was still accepted rules, which were, you know, you didn't stamp on someone's head, you didn't kick them in the head, it was just punches. You know, whoever got a couple of punches in, and the other one's, like, you know, recoiled a bit and a bit in pain, it's a bit of a scrap, a bit of a wrestle, the winners decided that way. Or whoever's got the most in before the teachers may get over, whereas everyone crowds around, you know. But nowadays, it seems like this whole, you know, stamping on people's heads, kicking them on the ground and stuff like that, it's it's not proper English is what it's not. You know, I can accept having a bit of fisticuffs to solve a problem. Quite often it happens between mates, some types of mates. I can sort of be like, you know, it's stupid. It's men just being, you know, as they would say, typical men. But for sometimes that's what some guys have to do to solve their problems, and then they're best mates afterwards. It's not my way, but you know. But say back then, you know, the worst you'd get would be a black eye, split lip, maybe even a broken nose if you were really unlucky. Nowadays you can get dead. And people don't know where that line is. They go way beyond proper English, well into that's just downright underhanded. And people use weapons. So that's why, as I say, I do not think violence is a good thing, but I will be honest, there have been a couple of instances in my life with bullies where I've solved the problem. They were simpler days in simpler times, where the internet was so crap that it took you at least 10 minutes to see a picture of a boob. My fingers have gone numb, I can't feel the thing, my penis is now gone into hiding. So, pictures being taken. I've got to do this for probably an hour. I need to get a good set of images together. And then I need to head back. I swear the trees were green and there weren't leaves falling off a week ago. It's like they've just suddenly gone, oh shit, it's winter. 60 odd mile round trip roughly. Thanks for watching. Don't forget you can support the channel by looking in the description. There's links to hoodies and t-shirts and key tags and stickers. And if you're after a drift camera, you can get 10% off the code I'm Spicy, and that helps me out too a little bit. So there we go.